Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and welcome to another Mixed Martial Mindset with my boy, the smashiest of smashing, John Fitch. He's got the little mini cigar. It's not a mini cigar. That's almost like a almost cigar. It's kind of like middle, right?
Yeah, it's in the middle.
Yeah, not a cigarello, not a big puff and stuff.
I don't know the official name for it.
No, I don't know. I'm not that fancy by any means.
It's a fine cigar.
It's fine.
It's a fine cigar.
So we got a lot to talk about. I've been taking off the last few days. I did a video today, but I had the weekend with cageaggression.tv. Great card. Had a great time doing that, but took most of the weekend off. Didn't do a video on Joe Rogan basically dismantling the CNN narrative. But here's the problem.
Humiliating.
All right. Let's stop for a second.
Humiliating the CNN narrative.
Yeah, we got to.
How can you?
Well, here's the deal, though. We got to be careful, John. We got to be careful.
How can anybody watch that and take that organization seriously ever again? That's worse than National Enquirer. Bunch of liars.
I agree with you, of course, full force. But here's the deal. This is what we're going to do. We'll talk about it, in a wider sense a little bit, because we can't say the I word. But that's why you have to make that free Rockfin account. I'm wearing the hat today just for that. Make that free Rockfin account and come over after 20 or so minutes. And we're going to not only play CNN pre-Gupta coming on Rogan, but we're going to play a lot of these media talking heads just going after Rogan embarrassing Gupta, and then Gupta the next morning with his head between his legs going on Don Lemon and basically doing a victory lap where they acted like he didn't get schooled and that, they're the authoritative source. We're also going to be playing a ton of other videos that we just can't play here. I want to get that pretty much straight because YouTube basically censors every single thing in regards to relative media right now that could save lives, right?
Yeah.
And that's...
They want you dead. They want you dead.
I wish I had left it up, but there's this post that I have that says it all. You know what? We might bring it up live. We should do it live. And I featured it because it really just says everything about society right now, okay? So on my Facebook, there is a picture that says nothing with the C word, nothing about the V word, nothing. Here it is right here. I'll show the group here. So it says this. If you've ever wondered whether you would have complied during 1930s Germany, now you know, right? That's it. Now on my end, I said correct. A lot of you have failed miserably and continue to do so. Now, here's where it reflects how crazy society is right now. There is a COVID-19 Information Center for Vaccine Resources fact check underneath.
100%. Now, what does that have to do with COVID?
It has everything to do with it because that's the whole thing. They realize this is Nazi Germany, and it's so ironic that they put a fact check about Nazi Germany and your compliance under something that doesn't say the C word, doesn't say the V word, but exposes exactly what's going on and the mirroring of that. It's almost unbelievable, right? That they have that.
No, it is. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. Some of the things that I've gotten those warnings about that I've posted. There's the one with the Lisa Simpson talking about, our representatives will sign a $1 trillion bill without reading it, but they think it's important to look at your $600 expenditures. The IRS needs to do that. There's a warning on that. Independent fact checkers actually get the fuck out of here.
Well, so check it out. This is something I think me and you should do on air together. For only $14.99, we can take a 90-minute online course, and we can become fact checkers, John. Oh, wow. And then we can start fact checking the fact checkers through the Pointer Institute. I saw that. What is his name? I think it's
a paid gig.
What's that?
Is that a paid gig?
I mean, it'll be paid for. Think about this. You'll be able to fact check stuff live on air via John Fitch Knows Nothing. And even though you know nothing, you'll be a fact checker. It's a great deal for everybody. So I saw that by, I think his name's Elijah Cummings. I met him at Tim Pool's right before January 6th when I stayed there. Talked to him for a little bit. But I like what he did, that he found out how to become a certified fact checker and is now fact checking the fact checkers. So that's a positive scenario, and it's only $14.99, folks. So really consider doing that. I think that's an ingenious way of, really going after these, again, mainstream narratives that are hurting people. You know what I feel? I feel like this is nothing but hate and lies at this point. But before we go further, I'm fully demonetized on YouTube. That's why I'm telling you to go to the Rock, Finn. John Fitch, you got your own site. Tell us about it.
Yeah, go to johnfitch.net, sign up for the newsletter. If you were on the newsletter, you would have gotten my new self-defense course, Intro to Practical Self-Defense. You get 7 techniques, 6 different scenarios. Fortunately, you can sign up for the newsletter still. And if you missed the newsletter where that came out, it's available on Gumroad for free right now.
For free, folks.
And it won't always be for free. It may be for free for a while. My other courses, I had 3 other courses that were very popular that I had for free for over a year each. And they're not free anymore. My 90-day neck care guide, which is extremely popular because everybody's got a bad neck these days from looking at their phone, and they need a little help with that pain and suffering, because neck pain is the worst, dude. It's awful. I mean, absolutely awful. When your neck starts to go, and like if you don't have your health, man, forget about it. So you got that is up for sale now. My Intro to Wrestling for Kids is in there. As you're an adult, you can watch it and get something out of it too. And then I have my resistance band training course, which is also very, very popular because you can avoid the gym and you can get yourself some resistance bands for under $40. I think they're selling now, and you can get jacked with some giant rubber bands.
And not only that, just a pro tip for anybody, under $40, you go to like a TJ Maxx or a Ross and you go to like the little equipment section. They've always got bands or like kettlebells or stuff like that. Probably get them for $15, $20, even less. Yeah. Even less than Amazon.
I got the nicer ones, and they're like $45 at the time, and then the price dropped on the nice ones that I have. And there are other ones that are cheaper that you can get. And I have one resistance band that I've had for over 10 years, and it still works just fine.
Gotcha. So again, guys, you want to get fit, you want to learn a little self-defense, johnfitch.net is the place to be. We're going to be talking a little bit about MMA. I didn't watch the UFC card, but I did watch the main Bellator card, which we'll talk about.
I'll put the link to that course in the description too for Rockfin too.
Excellent. So, and by the way, that's rockfin.com/Fitch. Please thumbs it up over at YouTube as well. We're both on YouTube, but we all know, hey, not the greatest over there. We got the GoFundMe going again. In fact, right now, one of my business associates is meeting somebody about possibly helping me buy that building that I've been talking about. Not even renting, John. I may actually become an owner of a building and be able to build my studio out that way. And that would be the goal, right? The more you own, the more infrastructure and resources that are directly yours, the better.
Especially if you have the ability to rent part of that building out.
Well, that's the best part of it. So this building that I would be buying, right, I would have the lion's share of it. And the lion's share is massive. Like, it's great. It's going to be perfect for my podcast studio, perfect for the retro streaming, all that good stuff. But then I have a buddy who used to have a what he called a gentleman's cooperative over in Chicago. And actually, MMA greats like Hoist Gracie, Ken Shamrock, Boss Rutan, obviously Militich, and others. Actually, Ken Shamrock and his brother Frank, even though they're adopted brothers, hadn't spoken to each other in like 15 years. That's where they reunited. So this was in the middle of Chicago, and COVID just eviscerated his business because he was that small business area, business owner in a very, very astute area that people would get suits. Well, the city closes down, the building's closed down, he's not allowed to operate. And not only was it with suits, it was also like a little mini bar and things like that. So that ended. But he wants to do something similar in the smaller part of my building. And then on top of that, I haven't looked at it yet. This is the one part of the building I hadn't looked at. There's a 2-bedroom apartment upstairs. And at least in the first year,
nice,
I would probably move into that, and then I would have domain. Yeah, exactly. It would be absolutely ideal. And Burmese Brigade, you're the guys making it happen. I do want to say thank you to Odyssey for backing me up, but Rockfin. Can we get to 40,000 followers? We're almost there. We're almost at 39,000. Let's hit the refresh.
I'm at 10,500 on Rockfin, and I've been neglecting putting up some of my premium stuff. I've got some technique and other things going. I'll get the videos. I'll get on Rockfin. I'm actually going to get those videos up from the self-defense course. We'll be up there also.
Another great place to do it. And by the way, if you are a premium member and you have all those self-defense courses, like you endorse John Fitch, you'll also get my exclusive of the day that I'm going to be posting after this. I just rendered out the Alex Jones show from June 11th, 2009. It's going to be over a 2-hour video where
predict everything that's happening, basically.
So some of the highlights of this episode, obviously I don't do these unless I'm in them. But for the first almost hour, he discusses a lot of things, but guilt by association and how they were building this narrative that he was the reason that people were getting shot up and people were being crazy. And he talks about how it is, communist and Stalin-esque. So we've obviously seen that Southern Poverty Law Center. And then I come in as well for the second hour and ride that out with Jones. And we discuss the same thing. And what I like about this is way back then, we're showing you examples from both sides because that's what it's all about. We're showing you examples of Keith Olbermann demonizing us by association. And then we're showing...
That dude's lost it. He's lost his mind.
But we've done the same thing with Rush Limbaugh as well at that point, too. You know what I mean? So we go to both sides and we expose it. And it's going to be a premium video over there. We only throw the free... Basically, the throwbacks as premiums. Everything else is free. But this video is going to be uncensored over there, and that's where we're going to start getting to the news, okay? So let's buckle up. And by the way, why the future doesn't need us, I've been talking about this for a while. This is Wired from 2000, and this is by Bill Joy of Sun Microsystems. If people have not read this yet, yeah, go read it. It's 20 pages long if you print it out. It is highly sourced, and if you don't see what's happening now in relation to this article, I don't know what to tell you because, John, I'm sure you saw the news. We've got robot dogs with guns now. You saw that, right?
Yeah, Tim Kennedy posted that up a couple weeks ago or a week ago, but robot dogs with sniper rifles. That's what I was telling people before. They're like, oh, the dogs are kind of cute. Isn't that neat? I was like, yeah, wait till they start strapping guns to them, a minigun to it, and it asks you for your papers. And see how cute you think it is then.
And by the way, I mean, this is the mount we're talking about, the sword mount. But when we're talking about these robo-dogs and we're talking about what DARPA technology, let's not neglect the fact that DARPA already has guided bullets for their sniper rifles. I mean, incorporate the fact the thing doesn't even have to be a good shot, that the bullet will actually curve and hit its target once it's locked on. That is wild, and it is reality. It is not science fiction. And, the media today, John, is going to basically say, hey, we love Colin Powell, right? That's going to be the big thing today. Oh, Colin Powell's the greatest.
Colin Powell's in hell right now.
Look.
He's in hell. Hell is one person fuller today.
I refrain from going at people in that direction. We will all meet our maker, or whatever that means at the end. We all die. I hate to speak ill of the dead in that manner, and especially
some people deserve it.
Listen, especially in a righteous manner. But I did a full video today on many of the war crimes that Colin Powell was a part of, much of the COG or continuity of government crew.
I mean, how much blood can you have in your hands for people not to call it out?
Well, they're not going to call it out on the media today. I promise you that.
Definitely.
And, he was almost like a precursor to this faux Obama image in that, and I kind of talked about this today, in that when you had this very unpopular war on terror, every time you had to roll out the voice of reason, in other words, the fake pictures of weapons of mass destruction and chemical labs, who did you use? You used the military man that was well-spoken, that was a black man, right? You could put that in there and say, oh, you're a bigot if you questioned him. That wasn't Dick Cheney, so he wasn't like, this archetype of evil. And he wasn't the boy idiot president, George Bush, that only got his job from daddy, right? So
he was like the reasonable, trustworthy one out of the group.
he had a common tone. He never got emotional. He had a quick response. And he was regarded as the most respected.
Of course, he never got emotional. He's a psychopath.
Yeah. And he was the most respected person there. I did a whole thing on the fact that he was fully booped, and supposedly he at least had complications from COVID, they're saying. So obviously he had it, but we can't talk about that on this side either. We're still over on YouTube. We're going to cut YouTube real short today because I have just too many videos not to. I want to read this.
Talk about.
Yeah, we got real stuff to talk about. This is the attitude. Now, this is literally a mouthpiece for the Defense Department, okay? He has a Defense Department publication, Defense One. He's a blue check mark. He says, damn it, they killed Colin Powell. Their sick devotion to partisan political power and personality cult over public health and security, knowledge, and intelligence has killed 724,000 of us. R.I.P. Mr. Secretary, get vaccinated, mask up, and stop the spread. So if you're against masks, if you're against mandates of injections, you're anti-science, and you've killed...
If you believe in natural immunity, oh my God, you're a Nazi.
Yeah, it's...
Natural immunity Nazis.
It's pretty wild. And Fauci, we have a full video that we're going to play of Fauci basically saying that if you question him, you're a conspiracy theorist. And I'll say this, Chris Wallace, who sucks, okay, he sucks. He's the son of Mike Wallace. He's a hack. Some of the hack jobs I've seen him do over the past several years have been horrible, okay? But at the same time, when he asks Fauci this question, almost as it feels in passing because it's the last one, you can see the smirk on his face because he wants to see how Fauci's going to answer to this because it's the hardest question he's had on that network yet. And believe me, it's not even a hard question. He throws it in a manner of being a softball question, but you can see that Chris Wallace is like eagerly awaiting what Fauci is going to say and how he's going to spin it. And
Bro, the reason he was so excited is because he probably answered the question. He's like, I can't wait for him to see the thing that I wrote.
Bro, wait till you see I don't know. I think it's different because he brings up the allegations of him being involved in the biological gain of function research and other things.
It's factual, which we have evidence and a paper trail of.
All I'm going to say
it's not true
is that he does a good job on this one. We're also going to play Fully Effective. In fact, we could probably play this one since we're getting Fauci up. We can play this one on here if you haven't seen this yet, John. We played it on my last episode. I haven't gotten a strike for it. But it's called Highly Effective. Are we ready? Let's go, Burmese Brigade.
Was it the one that ticks down from 90-some% all the way down?
Yeah, have you seen it?
50? Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Let's do it.
We get into the real world, the effectiveness of vaccines falls short of the original efficacy. That is not at all the case with the vaccines for COVID-19.
So now we have two vaccines that are really quite effective.
The mRNA vaccine, highly effective.
Extraordinarily efficacious, 94 to 95% for mild to moderate disease and virtually 100% efficacious.
Because the real world effectiveness is even more impressive than the results of the clinical trial.
Safe and effective, everybody. 100%. Everything's 100%. 100. It's like an emoji. I mean, look at all those 100%. Oh, 99? Wait a minute. Whoa. I mean, 80-something's still good. You get honor roll, right? Still on the honor society. Wait a minute. Now we're getting into C+ to territory. What's going on here? Wait. I don't graduate college if I get this percentage. 50, that's a roll of the dice. Whoa!
You might need another shot. We've got to make sure we clarify that with people. It has nothing to do whether or not it's effective. We know it's highly effective. Highly effective.
I just wanted to stop it right there. Stunning study reveals how ineffective Pfizer boop actually is. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, I didn't say that. And I mean, Fauci makes, the sky blue and he makes the sun shine. Everything Fauci says is absolutely correct.
Yep.
So, with that being said, we're going to give the YouTube audience one more little clip show before we get over to YouTube or over to Rockfin exclusively, because I think we can still play this, right, and then not comment on it, because this is the authoritative sources making fun of Joe Rogan for taking horse medication.
This is so great.
This is them. But then we'll see what Sanjay Gupta of CNN has to say to Rogan face to face after this. It's quite lovely.
Shit in his pants.
It blows my mind that Joe Rogan just yesterday admitted to taking ivermectin.
Ivermectin is something more often used to deworm horses.
CNN is saying I'm taking horse dewormer.
Rogan telling his 13 million Instagram followers that he was treated with several drugs, and he included ivermectin on the list, a drug used for livestock.
Rogan said the word ivermectin. Yes, that's the deworming medicine made to kill parasites in farm animals.
Why would they lie and say that's horse dewormer?
So things are clearly bad, but they're being made even worse by people who have refused to take the vaccine and instead are swallowing horse paste.
Oh, wait a second. He said that he got better because he ate cattle dewormer.
They must know that that's a lie.
You have individuals like Joe Rogan, for example, who don't want to take an experimental vaccine but will take horse dewormer.
Well. If it isn't old horseworm Rogan.
Ivermectin is often used to deworm livestock.
Ivermectin apparently given to deworm animals.
It's a lie on a news network, and it's a lie that's a willing. That's a lie that they're conscious of. This is not a mistake.
Yeah.
They're unfavorably framing it as veterinary medicine.
And by the way, we're gonna play that whole clip. But again, I'm scared that my channel will get a strike for playing that whole clip. But listen, Fauci's about to tell you. Fauci knows what's up. We love Fauci here. In fact, I think that me and John are we've been doing the show 2 years. We're getting matching Fauci tattoos. It's mixed martial Fauci is what we're gonna do.
Joe Rogan, he came down with COVID. He says he's been taking the livestock dewormer ivermectin.
They lied and said I was taking horse dewormer.
Ivermectin is a drug that is commonly used as a horse dewormer.
They keep saying I'm taking horse dewormer. I literally got it from a doctor.
You know, doctors say you could take it for humans. Yeah, but not for coronavirus.
Sank, they have to tell us what we can take. There's
They tell us.
They tell. Okay.
They're the only ones smart enough to know anything.
Sank Uger's a pretty smart guy. Got all that money from MSNBC, left MSNBC, got a whole bunch of money from the Democratic Party.
He's gotten so much other stuff completely right. We should totally listen to that guy.
Yeah.
Not have gotten it from the feed supply store, but it's the same compound.
When you have a horse deworming medication that's discouraged by the government, that actually causes some people in this crazed environment we're in to actually want to try it. That's the upside down world we're in with figures like Joe Rogan.
With figures like Joe Rogan.
I have to sue CNN.
He also acknowleded taking a controversial treatment designed for animals.
Does it bother you that the news network you work for out and out lied, just outright lied about me taking horse dewormer?
Why doesn't Rogan sue?
They shouldn't have said that.
Why?
They shouldn't have done that. Now, here's where we say goodbye to YouTube, because we're also going to be playing not only the Fauci clip, not only this full clip, not only the full Don Lemon victory lap of the media afterwards, but we've also got Ron Johnson talking about the comparative deaths from the I word that I'm not going to say because I'm not Lord Fauci or the media, compared to the supposed VAERS reports and adverse effects of this COVID-1984 nightmare that we're in. So on the way out there, YouTube, thumbs it up, subscribe, share, but come on over to the Rockfin, and that's where we're going to continue to do it live. We'll see you on the flip side over there.